Hi everybody, we have made it to the last week of school and I know it's been a rough road and I'm glad you guys stuck with me. We have just a few days left. Today we are going to learn about the sun. It is a beautiful sunny day outside. It's about 80 degrees. It's so nice and I can't wait to get out and spend some more time in the sun now that summer is here. I like to go and look at, well, you don't want to look right at the sun, but I like to look outside when it is sunny. I like to go do things in the sun, like run in the sprinkler, go to the beach, go fishing, all those sort of fun things. Take a walk or go out to the park. So I hope you're doing lots of fun sunshiny things. So like I said, today we're going to be learning about the sun. And the cool thing about the sun that we're going to learn about in here is that it's actually a star. Can you believe that? The sun is a really, really hot star. So let's see what else we can find out. It's just gonna take a minute to load, I guess. There we go.
Here comes the sun. We see most stars at night, but we see one in the day. It shines so bright. What do we call it?
This is a star. The sun is a star. What about that?
Energy. The sun has the power. 1. The sun has the power to light up the day. The sun is a star. It gives us light. The sun's light shines on earth. It lets us see. 2.
Back before, we had things like lights in our ceilings and lights in our houses. People only had the sunlight, so they would build houses with lots of windows to let in all the light. But if it was a dark, dreary day and there wasn't much sun because the clouds were over the sun, it would make it really dark in the house. They'd have to light candles for light and burn gas, oil lamps and things like that, like fires in their fireplace. So people for a long, long time have really relied on the sun to get work done during the day, give them warmth, and bring them some happiness. The sun is a really big factor in making people happy.
The sun has the power to help plants grow. Plant leaves soak up sunlight. They use sunlight to make food. The plants grow up, up, up. 3. The sun has the power to melt your ice cream. The sun is hot. It gives us heat. The heat warms earth. When you go in the sun, do you feel the heat?
So that's part of summertime. People are always saying, oh, it's so hot. Well, that's because the sun is so bright in the summertime. Now we do have really bright days in the wintertime, but the sun is farther away from the earth during the wintertime. So when we really are feeling that heat, it's when the sun is closer to our earth, because remember our earth moves. And so technically it's when the earth is closer to the sun because the earth is moving around it. So, all right.
Four. The sun has the power to dry up puddles. The sun heats the water on the ground. It turns the water into tiny droplets. They float up into the air. This is called evaporation. Bye-bye, puddles.
We are going to talk about a science experiment you guys can do at home today. to kind of observe evaporation if it's something that you haven't observed in a while. It's really easy in the summertime to see evaporation. You could probably see it today because it rained and rained and rained all day yesterday, and today it's dry. So you probably, maybe you got a chance to go jump in the puddles yesterday. I know that my girls went outside in their raincoats and their rain boots and they jumped all up and down the road. And then today they went looking for puddles and there weren't any. So that is how evaporation works. The sun dries up the water.
Here comes the sun. How do you know when it's morning? The sun rises to light your day. Rise and shine, sun. Each day, the sun gives us light, and it also gives us heat. Have you ever felt the warm sun on your face? The sun's heat can melt an icicle. Watch it drip. It can dry your laundry. And it can dry up a puddle. This is called evaporation. The sun's energy shines down on us in rays. Every living thing on Earth needs the sun's energy. Have you ever noticed that plants grow toward a sunny window? Plants need the sun. Inside the leaves, the sunlight works to make food for the plant. Without the sun, plants couldn't grow. Animals and people need plants to eat. So, the sun gives us food. Thank you, sun. But the sun is so powerful it can burn our skin or make us too hot. You need to drink plenty of water when you play on a hot day. What are some more ways you can stay safe under the big, bright sun?
So in there, it talked about that every living thing needs sun. Did you guys plant your flowers that I mailed you? I really hope so. I'd love to see some pictures of it. So hopefully by now, those little seeds that you grew, they're getting the water they need, they're getting the nutrients from the dirt, and they're getting their energy from the sun. And now that it's nice and warm and sunny, I bet they're really sprouting. I would love to see pictures of the flowers that you guys planted with the seeds I sent you. Let's go back here and finish right here.
At work. This car runs on sunlight. Solar panels on the car soak up the sunlight. They turn it into energy that makes the car go. Power that comes from the sun is called solar power. Can you find the black solar panels? What other parts of the car can you name?
Okay, so there's lots of things that can run by solar power. There are some houses in Escanaba. If you drive around, you can see the big black panels on the sides of the houses or on the top. And what they do is they hold in that heat and then they use that heat to create the energy. So it's kind of like they're harnessing the sun's energy. I see solar powers here on the car, and I see solar power or solar panels up here on the car. They're going to take in that energy from the sun, hold onto it, and then power the car's battery. There's lots of other things. So we said cars, we said houses. They can power like factories with solar power. There's lots of different things that you can do with solar power. It's kind of a nice alternative. It's like wind power. When you see those big wind turbines, they're trying to use nature's energy to help harness a more affordable way to have power. Okay, on the back of here, this is kind of hard to read, so I'm going to bring my paper up here. So it says, the sun warms the earth. How are the sun and the earth the same? Let's look at our core board. The sun and the earth are the same in some things and different in some things. So let's look and find out more. All right, so the sun is a star. The earth is not a star. So that is different. The sun is a star and the earth is not. Is it a ball of burning gas? Yes, the sun is a ball of burning gas. The earth is not a ball of burning gas. Now that is different, but something that could be the same if we're going to talk about the ball shape. They may have the same shape if the sun is a ball of burning gas. Our earth is like a round ball, like when you look at a globe. That could be the same. Can you live on it? You cannot live on the sun. It would be too hot. You can, however, live on Earth. That is where we live. That is where everybody lives. We live on Earth. And those are the same questions down here. Now, there's a question here. What would the Earth be like without the sun? Now, this winter, if you'll remember, we did some science experiments about about the sun and shadowing. Do you remember we talked about a park that was built kind of in the shadow of a mountain? And the way that it was built and the direction that those mountains were standing over the park, it never got any sun. The park was always very cold. It was actually the entire town. The entire town was always very cold. It was always in the shadow of this mountain. The snow never seemed to melt. It was like they had no sun. So they built a giant reflector, like a giant mirror, on top of the mountain so that they could reflect the sun down into the city in this little city park, so that people within the village could go to the city park, have a sunny space to be, enjoy some sunshine, grow some plants that needed sun to grow, and just really be able to soak that up. They weren't able to get sun on the whole village, but in that little park, they were able to direct the sun down so that there was a spot in the village where people could go to get sun. Now, why do you think they did that? Is sun really that important? Yes, sun is that important. It makes you feel good. You need it to grow and to thrive, just like plants and animals do. When we tell you, get outside, go get some fresh air, it's also good to get to soak in that sunlight. It gives you some vitamin D. Obviously, and then the vitamin D lifts your spirits. Obviously, you want to wear sunscreen when you go outside, but that's not gonna stop you from absorbing like the sun's energy. It's just gonna stop your skin from getting burned. You want to stay safe that way. So let's see. So the sun is really a good thing for everybody. Let's go back here.
Here come.
And I think this video is the same video that we just watched. Let's see. Yep, it is. Okay, so that video is embedded. And sometimes it's just little clips, so we just never know. Okay. So now I wanted to talk to you guys really quick about an experiment. This is something really easy you can do at home. You may or may not get this at home in a packet. I have one more packet to send home, just with some fun gift, like little like end of year gift, except for Troy and Owen, because you guys got yours at your house already. But if I do send it home, it'll be in your summer packet. But it's just a really easy experiment. It says, put a cup of water in a sunny spot. Put another cup of water in a spot with no sun. So you could use a closet, you could use a bathroom with no windows and like shut the door. You could put it in a cupboard. There's probably lots of places in your house that aren't sunny. I hope that your house, like your living room and your bedroom, I hope those are nice and sunny, because it's good to let sunshine into your house. And then close the curtains at night, obviously, so you can get some sleep, hey? But they want to know, do you think the water will evaporate more in a place that is sunny or not sunny? Now I want you to think about that, because we just learned that the sun helps the water to do something. Do you remember that word we learned? It was called evaporate. So the water, or the sun, helps the water to evaporate. So I'm thinking we're gonna see a difference in the cup that is sunny. So you take 2 cups, put one maybe outside on your porch or something like that, and then one in a cupboard or closet or something. I want you to watch it for a few days. It might take a few days to notice a difference, but if you put a little line of tape at the top of where you put the water in, so that they're even, they need to be kind of the same size cup, and then put the same amount of water in it, and then check on it each day. And then you can kind of see after a few days, especially if it's a really hot day like today, it might even be gone by tomorrow. You'll just have to see. So I hope you guys can have fun doing that experiment. It's a really simple, easy one to do at home. And you might learn something. So as we continue to pack up our rooms, end our school year, I just want to remind you guys how much you're loved, how much the teachers here at school are thinking of you. And we're working hard this summer, guys, to get you guys a fancy new school up and running and ready to go. I was just over at our new school this morning, and there's a lot of exciting things happening. So I can't wait to spend next year with you guys. I'll see you again soon. Bye.